we all got after it. We really wanted to know what law of attraction is, right? So law of attraction, sorry, has always been there, always been working, whether you want or you don't want. But it came into light after the book. So it is like it is inviting everything with your thoughts and feelings. And it is a universal principle. Just like law of gravity, anything you throw up will come back. Similarly, whatever you give focus to, wherever your energy goes, that will flow to you. And there are a lot of people now who are practicing law of attraction and uh, and fulfilling whatever they want to and manifesting everything. People like Oprah Winfrey talks openly about it, how she came from nowhere to everywhere and everybody knows her. Then there is Will Smith, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey he kept a check that whenever he signs a movie, it would be of a X amount, and he would just see it, keep it. And one fine day, when finally he got, after a long wait, he actually got that amount. Now, what is law of attraction? It is very simple. It is a universal law. I'll be using this law of attraction many times. It is a repetition which will keep coming up, right? It is a simple, unchanging, universal law, and it is a belief that once you understand it and apply into your life, things will happen the way you want. But before that, there are a lot of practices which you have to follow. And sometimes it is very simple. Like positive thoughts will bring positive thoughts, positivity into your life, and negative thoughts will bring negative thought incidents as well as people into your life. But you cannot choose to get only positive thought and leave negativity, because they are part and parcel, uh, two topics of a same coin. If positive comes, negative comes, and they walk by side by side. So here, positive, yes, you have to accept it, and negative, you have to transform, which is possible with your positive attitude. Negative comes when positive reaches a limit. Like now, you need to jump. Still, positivity will stay with you, but you have to jump or take a shift. Negative will come as a contrast. Contrast, we don't say problem, because when we say problem, we are attracting problems. So we say contrast. And for positivity, we say impulse. That will be a sensation, a thought, anything that will be an impulse. And contrast is something which will come for your growth. So positive also is good, negative also is good. But basically, we practice LOA, law of attraction, for manifesting what we want. So now I'll tell you, is this real? Yes, it is very much real. People are practicing, people are doing, like today they are something and tomorrow you find a change in them. They are practicing law of attraction and they are manifesting the life they want. And here, now before the practice, you have to put an intent. Intent is very important. Just like your thoughts are very important in law of attraction, similarly is your intent. Intent is very important. Now, law of attraction, the moment you put an intent, even you don't say it loudly, the thought comes to you. Like, just like a thought comes, okay, I want to buy a car. That is your wish your desire. What will happen? The universe, we say universe, you can say source, you can say genie, a magic, abracadabra, anything you use, the source is something which will provide you with whatever you want. So you decide to buy a car, just a thought, you going through a magazine, you get to see a car, and you have that desire. Just a desire, okay, I would like to have this car. Now this is the request you have put to the universe, to the source. Now what happens? You will start seeing that car off and on. Anywhere you go, you will start seeing it. That is it. The universe is reaffirming your choice, reaffirming, telling you to work on it, put effort. Second example, thinking of someone. This must be happening with lot of people. You think of that someone, your friend, your parents, anybody, and that person either calls you up, sends you a message, or that person just turns up, rings the bell, and it is like, oh my god, I was just thinking about you. So that is another example. Thirdly, you have a craving. It could be anything under the sky, and your friend, your partner, or anybody will suggest you for a dinner to go and eat that very particular. It could be butter chicken, it could be anything, and you will again think. So the law of attraction is working. It is real. It is not something that has come from Mary Poppins, this thing, and come into your life. Oh, so this is what it is. So here, now, once this thing has happened, the thought has come to your mind, the things are happening, there is a feel. You, when something you are thinking, it happens, you feel, oh, it happens, it works. Now you have to hold on to that feeling. LOA is working with the feeling you are getting. Every time it is exciting you, it is making you more and more happy. And you have to hold on to that feeling so that you can go on with it. Now, how does law of attraction works? This is another, this is, now I'll tell you. So, suppose you are going out. I'll give you my example. Whenever we go out, my husband is very particular about his car. Firstly, asking him to go out is a very big question, because we have to see the parking space is good. Because a scratch, even a scratch which is not visible to normal eyes, he will see it. So what I do, we have to go out. The kids want to go out. Every time you can't say the parking is not available. So when I start at home, I say, wow, what a place. We got a parking space right in front of so and so shop, wherever we are going. And wow, thank you, universe. Universe is the source. And I pay my gratitude, visualize the car is beautifully parked. There is an attendant who's looking after our car, which is, of course, when if you see it with the normal eyes, it looks not possible. But since I've already put my request to the universe, I have asked the universe, given him, paid my gratitude when we go there. And then I keep saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. LOA works wonder when it is gratitude. And if you know nothing, you don't want to practice anything, you don't have any mantra, you are getting stressed out for nothing, thank you is the best mantra you can chant. Focus on your intent and keep chanting this, and it works. And the moment we reach the place, wherever we find an attendant, the attendant is waiting to park our car, and then he says, I will look after your car. So the thing is, you pay your gratitude before you can even receive that thing. and have a feeling. Feel that you have already received it. LOA practice works on your feeling, on your thoughts, and the thoughts become your feeling, and the feeling you have to hold on. Any feeling which is held for more than 17 seconds, it is manifested. And yeah, so that is it. Like, and then secondly, we get about 70,000 thoughts a day, every day, and most of 95% of it is repeating every day. So whatever is repeating becomes our belief belief. And so we have to uh, yeah the thoughts you want to manifest, the thought you want that it should come true, you have to see them positively. Okay, so and then every every day you are thinking the same thought becomes a belief. And when this belief becomes a hardwired thing, it becomes very difficult to change. But LO is works when you are changing, when you are ready for flexibility. You have to be like a river. If there is a boulder, fine, I'll find another way to move on. So every day you have to find something new, you have to be creative, and then it works perfectly fine. Okay, so how can you apply law of attraction? Okay, before I go ahead, I'll give you some examples of manifestation, of how I'll give my examples. There are a lot of, you can find them, but I'll give you my example. Law of attraction as well as the contrast, how they play simultaneously, but you have to be focused on your thoughts, what you want to manifest. Here, me and my husband, we were two people, two souls manifesting a same thing. It was, we wanted to buy a car, and we both opted to buy a BMW, right? So all the details, what the car color would be, how it would be, what series it would be, that was my husband's duty, because I am always driven. I don't know how to drive. I know how to drive, but I will never get a car to drive. So I always take a co-seat. So so he said, okay, this is the car I want, this is the model I want, and we will take in 2-3 months. This was our discussion at night before sleeping. Now my duty starts. It was not, he said it, I heard it, and that was it. At night before sleeping, I said, if I want a car, I want it now. LOA works beautifully and prefers to work in the now. Now is the perfect moment for LOA, because with LOA or for LOA, there is no past, there is no future. You are living in the present, and this is only the moment. So I said, if I need a car, if I want to sit in a car, and if my husband wants to drive a car, it has to be now. Next morning, I got up, Mela, if we need a car, if you want to buy a car, I want it now. And it was like, he said, right now, I don't have the money. Mela, you forget about the money. You just say you want the car, and it has to be now. I am not waiting for a week or a month or maybe 2 months. Mela, I don't want that plan or anything. I just want it now. And this discussion happened. He went to his office. He had his breakfast, went to his office, and then he went to his tailor. And there, our We had already put our request, and we were accept we in acceptance. So there he met a person from BMW, a salesperson from BMW, who was there to get his clothes stitched. So our tailor, he said, Mr. Jang, you wanted to buy a BMW. Why don't you talk to him? So my husband was reluctant, but since there is no harm in talking, he spoke to him. And then and there, he had to sell his car. He gave him, he made out a list. Ki this is how much it will cost. This is the car, what you want, and this is how much it will cost. And he took the paper and he said, okay, give me some time to mull over it and I'll get back to you definitely by the end of this week. He came home and he told me, Kirima, this is what it is. This is our name. I'm like, okay, go for it. Now go for it. For me, it is easy. But he has to buy the car. And I want the car. That's it. I just want the car. How, where, when was not my concern. I said, I want the car and I want it now. I will not wait another day. So he said, anyways, he spoke to his friend. Friend organized a bank could give us a loan. And the like this, we spoke on Saturday. Monday morning, the person from the bank came home to check about the address and verify everything. By this time, there was a big, now comes the contrast. This guy is here talking, and evening my husband comes and tells me the ancestral, the house we were living, my brother-in-law wanted his portion and it had to be sold. Now here I want a car and here the house is getting sold. It shook me, but I said, if I want a car, I want it now, or I don't want it at all. I stuck to it. So now my husband got diverted a little bit. Excuse me. But this HDFC guy came, and as luck could be, this guy was also having some issue at home. So I gave him little bit of law of attraction there also. And he gave me a clean chit. He says, ma'am, aap kal hi car le lijiye. This thing got sorted out, which my husband thought, again, it will pull another 15 days. So I will manage to manipulate. I said, nothing doing. So I asked him, are you sure the bank will give us the loan? Bolte, ma'am, aap kal car le lo. Now this thing got clear. Again, there was no excuse. So he says, Reema, यहाँ घर, मैंने लगा घर हो जाएगा. अब घर जा रहा है तो जाने दो. I need my car. So the house thing also worked out. We found a builder, my brother-in-law. Of course, he had every right to do that. He took his portion, went away. We moved left our house, moved into a rented apartment. But I was hell-bent, chahiye. The EMI worked, and within a week, everything was cleared. The car with which we got was purchased, literally purchased on a high sea. The ship, it was still in the ship. The color which my husband wanted was in the ship. That was the only car which was not sold. It was like, it was just waiting for us. We selected it. Yes, now I had to wait for a month because the ship had to come to the port and then the cargo. And within a month, we got our car. House got sold. The money was sorted out. Everything was sorted out. So this was the manifestation. This is how, here, what I did, I was focused. I did not bother where the money is coming. That was not my concern. Actually, this is how it has to work. So when you are practicing law of attraction, you have to go beyond the boundaries, visualize, imagine to a point where reality will come and knock and say, excuse me, you are thinking nonsense. This is not possible. So जब तक वो रियलिटी आपको आके ना खटका नहीं देती कि भाई क्या सोच रहे हो, प्लीज टच द ग्राउंड बिफोर यू फ्लाई हाई, उतना go beyond, go to every detail, every inch of it, and think as wild as you can. You should not have a boundary line, because आप आसमान को देखिए, आपको लगता है बादल है, there is a boundary, there is nothing, it is just space. So you can fly as much as you can, and law of attraction will bring you back, pull you back. It lets you fly, but it will bring you back, and when it brings you back, it brings all your manifestation along with it. So how do you apply this law of attraction? Now see, you can make a vision board. विजन बोर्ड में आप कटिंग्स लगाइए, आप अपनी पिक्चर मॉव कीजिए, the places you want to go, the things x y z, anything under the sky, anything you can think of, whether you are awake or asleep. Impulse bhi aata hai, put it on the vision board. Have a picture, have a drawing, have anything. This is one way. Do visualization meditation. Dr. Joe Dispenza has a beautiful visualization meditation which has worked for a lot of people. He does retreats like for a week, sometime 14 days, sometime for 21 days. So in one of the retreats, he practiced, they were like kids, not kids, sorry. There were people, teenagers to the 60 years, till 60 years, they were a group. This was a group. But when they entered the retreat, only one thing they were told, that anybody and everybody will think and believe that they are 22 years. Whether you are 60, you are 22. Whether you are 20, you are 22. You will behave, you will act like a 22 years old. So there was a lady who was the oldest. She was 79 years old. She was one exception to be there. She wanted to come. She was perfectly okay. So they included her. She was 79 years old. When she came, she was walking with a stick because she had her own ailments, age related. She was ill. But she did everything a 22-year would do, like playing tennis, going to movies, having a general talk. And once this 21 days period was over, she was walking without a stick. She was playing tennis. Her memory, which was almost diminishing, came back, and she looked 22. Like, so that is the power of LOL, and that is the in visualization. Visualization is a very powerful technique for LOL. Okay. Then a gratitude list, which you can make. You can make a list of gratitude. Say thank you for the things which you have, which we normally take for granted, like water, fresh water. If it is coming through your tap, you should be grateful for that. For the food, for the fire, for the sun, for your body, which we normally take, ठीक है, आ रहा है, for your every breath. If it one day decides, excuse me, today I'm taking off, there'll be a permanent switch off. So we don't say gratitude, we don't feel good about the things which we have. So we have to thank. And you can also make a list of, or pay gratitude for the things you want. And gratitude does wonder, and it brings back anything and everything under the sky which you can think. Next, you can practice kindness. Kindness, you can do some charity, whatever you will get. See, once you become aware of LOA, impulses start coming to you. It guides, the law itself guides you. It will give you impulse, and when the impulse is coming, there is no option. Here, you have to make the mind work, not work with the mind. दिमाग अगर चलने लग गया तो it will make you it will give you options. Options will give you more and more issues. When the mind is working for you, it will work when you are sleeping also. So before sleeping, you can do your affirmations, you can give work, create something, visualize something, and the mind will work throughout the night and get it from the parallel world. If you are getting uh, impulses, impulses will come, and when the impulse comes, it comes from the heart. It has no option. It comes, you fall. It will come once, twice, thrice. It'll keep knocking. But if you don't listen to it, or if you don't work on it, it will take a backseat because it knows at the end you will have to come to the impulses. Next, be focused. Whenever you want something to work for you, whenever you want something, stay focused. You want it now, because there is nothing better than now, and only now is there. You are there and the universe is there. Rest is all manifestation. The world you see, it was somebody's thought, that's why it came into existence. The cosmos, the whole entire universe was the manifestation of Brahmaji. He thought, ऐसा करके देखूं तो कैसा होगा, and the whole universe came into the existence. So when practicing LOA, it is you, the source, and nobody else, and the work is entirely on you. Entirely on you. Something is happening outside of you. You have to see ki why this thing is happening in front of me. Why have I attracted this? मैंने ऐसा क्या किया कि ये हो रहा है? If the good is coming, feel it, take it. Okay, this is how I have to go about it, so that next time when I want to do something, I can do this. Next, excuse me, just a minute. Use affirmation, empowering affirmation, affirmations of self love. You are individual is very important when practicing LOA, because everything starts, you are the seeker and you are the receiver. बाकी बाहर कुछ भी नहीं है. So अंदर आपको मिल गया, you've received everything, you've visualized, you've received, you've enjoyed, then become like a child, enjoy and move on and forget about it. And one fine day it will come knocking to you, come back to you and say, okay, this is what you wanted, here it is being served. So affirmations help you. I'm happy, everything is working in my favor. Kuch bhi affirmation nahi aata, the universe, thank you universe for being with me, everything is working for me. You don't have to go out asking or expecting. Normally what happens, you do something, you expect मैम मेरे को गुड बोलेगी, अच्छा बोलेगी. If I have made a good food, I had this, I'm a very good cook, and I love feeding people, but I expect some feedback which I never get. But after practicing LOA, I put my intent in the food ki whatever I have cooked, everybody likes it, it is to the taste of everybody, and then I move and I get so much of appreciation. Now I don't know how to respond to it, but I only thank the universe. Okay, I'm being appreciated, thank you so much. It is the source that has been appreciated. Next is patience. You have to have patience and persistence. एक बार आपने अपनी विश यूनिवर्स को बता दी, सोच लिया, आपके ध्यान में आ गया, उसके बाद आपको पेशेंस रखना है. क्योंकि जैसे आप जोमैटो, मैकडोनल्ड्स जाते, पिज्जा ऑर्डर करते, वॉट एवर यू see it in the menu card, you put up your this thing order, then you then you don't go up to the person and say इसमें ये डाला, ये किया था, मैंने ये पूछा. You trust that person, you leave it to him, and you know your order will come. And secondly, you have to be persistent. Whatever you want, your free will is respected here. The universe respects your free will. आपका जो भी विश है उसमें आप कुछ ना कुछ ऐड करते जाओ, करते जाओ, करते रहो. दैट इज एक्सेप्टेड. नो, यूनिवर्स विल नेवर से कि पहले तो ये मांगा था. यस, यू कैन पुट इन द डिटेल्स, बट यू कांट से कि आज मुझे BMW चाहिए, बट नाउ टुमारो नो आई हैव चेंज माय माइंड, I would like to go for Porsche or anything else. No, that will not. In a BMW or in the so-called XYZ, what you have asked for it, you can keep adding on. कि ये चाहिए. The day you are aligned with it, you will receive it. But you have to be persistent. And lastly, you have to trust the universe. You have to trust that I have put up my demand and I will surely get it. There you don't have to deviate. You can't say कि होगा कि नहीं होगा, अरे यार ये सब बकवास है. The moment you come down, you lower your frequency, then you will have to start all over again, all your efforts. So stay in a dreamy world, enjoy your dream. At whenever you visualize, imagine to the brim, to the hill, to something, go beyond. There is no limit to it. And lekin don't deviate, don't leave it. So you have to trust the universe in this. And what are the why does law of attraction does not sometimes people say we've been practicing, we are doing the vision board, we are practicing our affirmation, we are putting up our desire every day, hum roz bolte hain, but it is not working for us. And why does that happen? Firstly, because you have to decide, put up everything in a smallest डिटेल. यहाँ तक कि अगर ब्रेड है, सपोज यू वांट अ ब्रेड में कौन सा आटा चाहिए, उसमें कितने ग्रेन्स होंगे, क्या, एवरी डिटेल you decide. Once you have decided, then you have to go to the detail and then just leave it. Then you have to just forget about it. So if you are not able to do that, you decide one day, then you say अरे वो तो ये बोल रहा था, मेरे को ये वाला चाहिए. That the universe gets confused, and फिर क्या होगा? Everything you have said, whether it is negative, whether it is positive, वो साथ साथ manifest हो जाएंगे. So instead of bread, you might get रागी की रोटी, you might get ज्वार, you might get different thing, because वो 4-5 चीजें, because anything you are bringing into your thought, anything you are giving word, it is like a request going to. And the universe does not understand joke. मजाक में भी आपने अगर कुछ बोला है, आपने शब्द यूज किए हैं, तो उस शब्द की कीमत यूनिवर्स आपको देता है. अब वो आपको चाहिए था तो भी देगा, नहीं चाहिए था तब तो 100% देगा. Because when you don't want a thing, you are so focused, and the universe says तथास्तु. आपने ये मांगा, आपने एनर्जी डाली, आप जो चीज आप नहीं चाहोगे, उसको तो please, when you are practicing LOA, that is my only advice, don't even utter that word. I will tell you, I'm an army background kid. I was an army background kid, a brat to the hilt, very bad in studies. एवरी डे भगवान को ये बोल के, जब एग्जाम होता तो ये बोल के आता, भगवान ये 4 क्वेश्चंस पढ़े, बस ये 4 में ही देना. It happened, but I never used, till this time I was studying means I completed my post graduation, I completed my B.Ed. I never used the word fail. I was so scared of the word that I never used it. I would find something in the dictionary, never used it. LOA, make sure anything you don't want, उसका तो ध्यान, उसको ध्यान में भी नहीं लाना. ध्यान में भी आ गया, वो 100, जो नहीं चाहिए वो 100% होगा. So this is and for everything you have to take responsibility. किसी ने आपके आके आपको बोला, of course, fine, something people come and say you don't like it, you have to take responsibility, and for that you have to see what is it that you did that you attracted this person to you. So that is there. And then practice, when you don't practice forgiveness, you have to forgive and let go. Anything, there are a lot of things, since when you are in the real world, lot of things come to you which you don't like, you don't want them to come, but they come. So forgive is ness, gratitude, after that forgiveness. These two are very important. Yes, forgiveness is very difficult. Third, which is the most important, is self love. आप अपने आप को सवेरे उठ के शीशे में देख के, what do you say? Can you say that I love you and you feel loved? So means you are in alignment, everything will work out for you. So basically you have to just work on yourself. And yes, so this was my LOA talk. Now something that I have learned, this was very theoretic, a theory which I had to give because it was a talk. Now what I have learned, everything I spoke, I haven't practiced. What I have practiced, that what I want it in the now. Anything I want, it is just me and the universe. And thirdly, I'm very persistent. I am one person who does not follow routine, because फौज में इतना regimented थे हम लोग कि the moment I got married, I never put my kids into any routine. Unfortunately, the father is very regimented, the kids became very routine. But now I follow a routine, because the first hour is the time that I want to give it to myself, just myself, where I am only thinking of myself. I am very selfish when time is concerned. I don't talk to people. I prefer to stay silent. This is how I am practicing LOA. Everything I read, I follow, but 1 hour I give it to myself. I do my meditation. I do meditation, writing, visualization, reading books. Learning is earning. So there are books that will help you, and when you read books, you gather a lot of things. There are so many faculties of your brain that opens up. So read books which I can suggest you are The Secret, which is the Think and Grow Rich, is a very good, like I recommend, you must read books by Dr. Wayne Dyer. power of intention. He speaks. When he speaks, you will actually hear, you can hear his audiobooks on, but when you read, you will actually feel this guy is fulfilling all your, he's God and he's fulfilling your demands. So and now, before I say thank you to for your divine presence here, I would like to ask, how many of you are a morning person, or how many of you are not a morning person? You can get up, because LOA will make you get up in the morning. And morning में जो अमृत वेला होती है, जो ब्रह्म मुहूर्त होती है, every हिंदू फैमिली, सूरज उगने से 2 घंटे पहले उठो. And it would be, we learned it from our grandmother. The grandmother passed away, yeah, like now almost 20-25 years ago. Before when she was alive, she would say, जब मैं मरूंगी, you will remember me. So I would always say, because I was the only one looking after her, other than my parents, I said, you please give us a chance to remember you. So she would always say, ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में उठो. उस टाइम ब्रह्म मुहूर्त क्या था, we didn't know. सूरज से उगने से 1.5 घंटा पहले उठो. Never paid in, but I was always a morning person. I was up before the sunrise. एक तो because I come from a family which is conservative, which has like लड़कियां नहीं सो सकती, they were लड़की लड़कों का होता. But here I am asking, because that time, actually, whatever you will sit in meditation, whatever the impulse comes, and when you write it down, it is as good as done. So if you are not a morning person, you can still practice LOA. It will take some time. But if you are a morning person, manifestation will happen in a snap of your finger. So thank you so much. Now, if there is anything I can help you with, I'm a practitioner. You have any questions for me? I'm open for that.
Thank you, Reema ma'am, for your wonderful words. I hope our audience has benefited. And also, audience, anybody, if you want to ask, you can ask, or you can write in the chat box any questions to Reema ma'am that you want to ask regarding to law of attraction or meditation.
Disha, please read the chat box.
Okay, ma'am. In the chat box, first, Aryan Kapoor has asked, may I ask which series and color when you were talking about the card? So,
that is yeah, that is you are asking about my car.
yes, ma'am, I think so, because that was written in the chat box.
It's I have a 3 series BMW. My, like, not me, my husband. I am always driven. I have manifested that now. And it was the color I'm forgetting. It's not black, it's not brown, it's a mouse color. So that is it. See
And
the yeah, please go
yes,
ahead.
ma'am, I'm reading the other things also in the comment
Yeah.
section. So, Aryan Kapoor has written after the coffee morning person, sure. So, Pragati Singh, Asta Call, they have written that Pragati Singh has written that a morning person, but Asta Call has written that would love to wake up in the morning, but I'm never able to do so.
So morning person, beautiful, because morning, yeah, at that time the cosmic energies are very near to the earth. And whatever you visualize, whatever you write, everything, yeah, one thing you should also write. Whatever you want in your life, whatever you want for anybody else also, you can write it, and you have to write it in present tense and as if it is already been received. And the person who said cannot get up in the morning, don't worry, you start practicing LOA. come for an this thing another for a workshop which we are having in November. I'll teach you how to get up in the morning, and you will definitely get up between 3 to 6 a.m. That is for sure. So the
And
yeah.
after that, it is written that, ma'am, Pragati Singh has written, I was also practicing LOA and I would see it really works. And Vani Darbari has also written morning person. And I myself have written, I meditate and journal at night. Like the things you told, everything that you do in the morning,
Yeah.
I do it at the night before going to bed.
Night is very good because when you are doing it at night, please reaffirm them with very empowering affirmation. What happens when you sleep? Your mind mulls over it and it goes to the parallel world. See, anything which is coming to your mind, anything, it could be something out of the box, it could be something like weird, and you would think, oh my god, what is this coming? That means that is already manifested in your parallel world. Now the impulse is coming ki, okay, practice something, isko leke aao reality. So at night when you do it, your mind works, and when your mind is working, you sleep peacefully. So that is very good. You should uh, say your affirmation, listen to the subliminals, listen to any affirmation loops in the that works. It works wonderfully, and that's beautiful. रात को सोने से पहले अपने दिमाग को काम दो, जो कि दिमाग ना चले, दिमाग जाए घूमने और आपकी चीजें लेके आए पैरेलल वर्ल्ड से. सो दैट इज ब्यूटीफुल.
Then Aryan Kapoor has written that, is 8 a.m. okay?
Yeah, it's okay. But once you start practicing LOA, Brahmurat Amrit Vela is from 4 to 6 before the sunrise. एंड आप देखेंगे सारे पंडित लोग पूजा करते हैं. पूजा जो करते, प्रेयर्स मंत्र जो हम चांट करते हैं, दे आर ऑल अफर्मेशंस, वेरी पावरफुल अफर्मेशंस. And it is, see, whenever you they are chanting, and whenever you chant a mantra, any mantra, गणेश का कर रहे हो तो गणेश जी is coming to you. अब डोंट एक्सपेक्ट हिम टू पुत्र करके ऐसे करके नहीं, बट ही व्हेनेवर जिसको भी आप याद करते हो उसकी एनर्जी आपके पास आती है. एंड मॉर्निंग में दैट इज पॉसिबल बिकॉज यू आर only focused on a certain thing. You are not thinking about नाश्ते में क्या खाना है, क्या बनाना है, टिफिन में क्या लेके जाऊंगा, बॉस आज मुझे क्या बोलेगा, ओहो उसको भी झेलना पड़ेगा. That is all aside. So 8 a.m. of course LOA is working 24/7. आप करो practice, नहीं करो, आप जो सोचोगे, आप जो बोलोगे, for every word you speak you have to pay. So it is working 24/7. But पर थोड़ा जल्दी उठ जाएंगे तो it will benefit you more. That is it.
Ma'am, Astha Kaul has written, I read somewhere that after we write our affirmations, we should read them out loud multiple times every day. Is
Yes.
that how it's supposed to be done?
Yes, you have to read it because when you are just writing it down, you are only focused on writing, पर आपका दिमाग कहीं और चल रहा होता है, mind नहीं. And when you are reading it, you are hearing, you are speaking it to the universe. The source is listening to you. You're from conscious mind to the subconscious mind, you are traveling. So your affirmation become a manifestation. You should say it loudly.
Ma'am, you said about subliminals. So, can you please explain it to the audience, like how to use
These
subliminals?
are hertz, these are musical, they are like tunes, certain tunes at a certain hertz. That is subliminals. You go into YouTube, for everything there are subliminals, but for subliminals I'll say just be careful, just see that the person whoever is putting up that video is genuine, because when you are listening to it, there is this person's intent also there, no? So sometimes it can take you, but there are good subliminals which you can see on the YouTube. And yeah, go back. It works on your mind. See, most of the things I must have said here, you must have heard it, but if your soul has to, the soul has absorbed it. So, right now, after you complete this and go, something you will do which is not your regular routine. So, that is fine. That is the impulse that is coming to you and it will flow to you. Yeah. Anything else?
Ma'am, I would like to talk about one of my manifestation experience
Please, please,
yesterday.
please, please, please.
Last night, actually, I needed a friend of mine to do something for me.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that friend, and I wanted that friend to contact me, not me contacting them. I just wanted it like that. They needed to do some work for me. So what I did was I was playing a subliminal, and then I was thinking about the friend, that the friend is contacting me, and I thought the friend will contact me in the morning. But I just started playing the subliminal. It was a 4 minute subliminal. Halfway through, the friend called me at night.
Wow. That's beautiful. It happens. That's telepathy. So you literally visualize, talk to that person. Wow, you called me or you send me, and it happens. It happens. It really happens. So I will take your leave now. Thank you for
Okay.
your divine presence. Thank you so much. I feel blessed. Your energy has really energized me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, the audience, for wonderful interaction and for wonderfully being present and being patient. And that's all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.